Mr. Global, can you analyze this and share your thoughts? We're talking about Ukraine hammering Russia's energy infrastructure. And to that, I will say it's about time. I did this video in November of last year. Take a look at what I said.
For instance, hitting energy infrastructure would cause gas prices to go up. We can't have that. That would make the president look bad. So, no, you can't do that. No, you can't hit anything inside.
So, in that video, I was being critical of the Biden administration and their approach to Ukraine by not allowing them to strike inside of Russia and specifically to strike their energy infrastructure, which is the obvious way to go win that war. But that's because, there was an election going on. Americans they want to see gas prices fall, not go up. They don't want to disrupt anything in Americans' lives to stop a war on the other side of the world, even though potentially over 1 million people have lost their lives. But now we are allowing Ukraine to hit Russian infrastructure, and it's not causing gas prices to go up because the oil market is so weak and there's so much oil on the market that when something is taken out, it doesn't even impact oil prices. We can only imagine where oil prices would actually be if all of this wasn't happening. You could say it would be significantly lower. But at this point, what's happening with targeting the energy infrastructure in Russia is very effective. Depending on the source, probably taken out 15 to 20% of their refining capacity. They've had to stop the export of gasoline, maybe more refined fuels than that, but the only thing I can find is gasoline, probably diesel as well. But their oil exports have not completely stopped, like some people believe. That's not a thing that's happened. But it's common sense. The whole economy over there relies on energy exports. That's what you target. That is what you target, and that's what's happening now. But as far as it not impacting the oil market, it's impacting it. You just don't see it because what you would typically expect to see is oil prices would spike in an event like that. But instead, what you're seeing is it's not crashing like it should be. So it's just sustaining the oil market at this point. But as far as, does this mean Ukraine could actually win this thing? That's not really my wheelhouse. I don't know. I do know it's effective. I believe it's what they should have been doing all along. But does that equate to victory? You'd have to ask one of the intel guys, or, one of the military guys. There's an old saying to hit them where it hurts. You know what I mean? And I feel like that likely holds true in war as well as anything else. And so I don't know if that's enough to help them win, but it's certainly hitting them where it hurts for sure. Thanks.